everybody! Empath Month is so fun. And today is an extra special version of the tidbit of the day with Tamara because I just recently kind of have been researching like crazy and actually saw the 6 different types of empaths actually defined in a way that I was like, oh my goodness, this is the truth. This is the greatest amount of knowledge that I could like garnish for myself and for you guys. So I was like, I'm gonna share all this information as it's flowing through me. So what's really cool about the 6 different types of empaths is that there's no right or wrong to being an empath. We need to put that out there. It's not like you're just one or just another. You could be just one of these types, or you could be all 6, right? The truth, in my opinion, is the more we lean into our superpowers and we start practicing with them, the more they open up. And you might start with one and then all of a sudden notice you're like gaining the next one and the next one and the next one, which is what's happening with me. And I'll give you what that is about in a second. So the first type of empath is the one that we've been talking about and everybody kind of knows about, which is the emotional empath. And the emotional empath is capable of feeling other people's emotions. And so they bring the emotion in or they project emotion. And so I've written notes so that I can make sure that I'm giving you the information. Also, I'm going to actually write a post about this as well. So it's actually in written form for you. So again, the emotional empath is a challenge because we often will feel overwhelmed with other people's emotions. And so what I have learned is that as an emotional empath, we can learn to protect ourselves enough to become an intuitive or clairsentient empath. And the claircognizant, not clairsentient, because that's feeling, but a cognizant is the knower, I know things, right? So I explained this as I was walking with my husband yesterday, is that we were walking around the block and he can have a thought and I just know his thought without me actually being in his energy. And I explained it like a radio wave, and he is set to a certain station and he's sending his vibration or his thought out, and it's like a radio wave. And if I'm standing beside him, I can just grab that radio wave and know what he's thinking. And so that is a version of the intuitive empath. They also, oh yeah, this one's so true. They can tell when someone is lying. Do you guys know what I'm talking about as a intuitive empath? Like I used to actually, like it's not fair to family and to our kids when they're lying. And I'm like, I kind of know that you're lying to me right now because I can tell. So that is the second one. So we're at emotional, we're at intuitive. The third is physical, a physical empath. And a physical empath is somebody who knows when you have a problem going on in your body. They can read your physical body. So they can tell, if you've broken things, sprained things, if you have discomfort in any of your muscle or skeletal systems, they're completely in tune with the physical body. And sometimes for me, I'm just giving the example as me because it's all that I know how to do, but I will get to other people in a second. When I'm in people's energy and reading it, I can tell when they're tight, where they're tight, if they have digestive problems, all those kinds of things. Because so far I am all 3 of those. Right? Those are things that I read absolutely all the time. The 4th is a geomantic empath, and they are connected to the earth. They are the people who are being highly affected by, when there are things happening to the physical earth. They can actually sometimes even know, just like an intuitive empath for the humans, know what's going to happen to the earth, whether there's going to be floods or earthquakes or these kinds of things. Another way you know if you're a geomantic empath is you can tell a place has a good vibe or a bad vibe without any humans. Like you can go to sacred spaces, you can go to locations such as grocery stores, thrift shops, anything, and you can read the actual landscape of the environment that you're in. And so that is geomantic. That is very much connected to the earth and to the places on the earth and understanding what the earth needs and desires. The 5th kind, and this is the one that is opening up for me, and I didn't know that I could do this, which is a plant empath. I didn't know that was a thing, and I was researching, and it's totally true because lately I am like having these like major connections with my plants and trees. But looking back, I've always talked to my trees, so I guess that I've always been a plant empath. But the gift is getting stronger because a plant empath is exactly that. They can feel and understand what a plant needs, what a tree needs. I actually know somebody who is extremely connected to the redwoods, and she has a very strong bond with the redwoods. And so a plant empath is exceptional, as you can guess, at gardening and knowing where to plant gardens, how to plant them, what the soil is going to do, all those kinds of things. If they need to be watered, if they don't, all that jazz. Trees too need to like fill their cup by being in nature. 100%. And the sixth type of empath is an animal empath. And it's so funny because I know somebody who read I have a podcast episode with an animal empath, and they read my relationship with my dog. And an animal empath knows what an animal is thinking and feeling and desires and their emotions and how to support them. And so like I think of the dog whisperer or whatever his name is. We are all empaths on some level. It's really just figuring out where we fall in. And if you nurture the one that you have, you can absolutely increase your awareness to how many skills that you have. So I'm just going to give you the run over, make a post about this too, because it's a lot. So there's the emotional empath, the physical empath, the intuitive empath, the geomantic empath, the plant empath, and the animal empath. How cool is that? Let me know which one you are. Put it in the comments. Let's celebrate. Let's share. If you have any questions, let me know. But isn't this the most exciting, fascinating, like amazing information ever? Or that's just me because I got really excited. And so I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I'm just all excited for a new day in the Empath Month here in Enchanted Fairyland.